Hi Pisces, welcome to your June 2021 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Pisces, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they speak to you. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know I love you for it. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your so you get one new moon and one full moon each month, right? So we're going to look at your moons, Pisces, and so we're going to start with the new moon. And this is taking place in your fourth house, right? So the new moon it's time to set intention, so time to sow seeds, a time to really think about what it is that you want or move towards the thing that you're trying to bring into your life. It's a point of new beginnings, right? So this new moon is happening in the sign of Gemini, but it's in your fourth house, especially if you're an ascendant Pisces, to a lesser degree the sun and to a lesser degree the moon, right? But this is in your fourth house, so this is a new start or a fresh beginning or an intention around your home, your family, your roots, your ancestry, like where you come from. This could see you gaining some, maybe saying to yourself, you know what, I understand what my traditions are or what I've come from, but I want to change this. I want to create something different for myself. This could be you deciding that you want to buy a home and starting your journey towards that, maybe reaching out, speaking to estate agents, maybe thinking about moving, changing the home, beautifying the home, or asking yourself, what is it going to take for me to buy a home? So in all ways, shapes and forms, this is you putting your time and effort and energies or intentions into what you can do on that home front and how you can welcome something new in that sphere into your life. Your human design oracle card for this is the Gate 49 and Revolution, right? So this is really a big change to the home front. This is that phoenix rising kind of energy, right? And it really asks you, what are you ready to do different? So when it comes to, your family of origin, the people that you're tied to, the people that you share blood with, what is it that they've given you that you want to evolve? What is it that you want to break out of? Maybe your parents were really cautious with money and so they never invested in anything. Maybe your parents were, I don't know, all about work and not about education. And maybe you want to change that. You want to do something different for your children, right? Those are ways that you can look at this. Maybe you come from a family that has always rented and you say, actually, you know what? No, I want to be the first person to go on to buy my home. This will see you putting something in place that's very different and moving towards a new intention of what it means to be tied to your family or come from those people. So your full moon in the sign of Capricorn is going to be taking place in your 11th house. So the full moon is kind of like an ending, a culmination or a completion. And excuse me, feel a lot better now. It's a completion, a culmination or an ending. And what I always say with this is, think of the full moon like it's like a pregnancy, right? When a woman reaches full moon, she's pregnant and she has the baby. It's the end or the completion of the pregnancy, but it's the beginning of the baby's life, right? So the beginning of motherhood, right, on the other side of it. So this is the universe, the zodiac, putting a spotlight on your 11th house. And this is all to do with your friends, your social circle, how you show up in the world because of the people that you're attached to in your friendship circle or zone. This could be the groups that you're attached to, but it's also in the 11th house we find our goals, our wishes and our dreams, the things that we really aspire to in the broader sense of our lives, and therefore it can represent the people that can facilitate that. So this would be benefactors, support networks, support systems, all of those kinds of things. And here as well, this is where you find the gains from the career, right? So in that regard, this would be a really good time for you, or maybe something is being highlighted to you, what you earn through your work and how you can either increase that or where it maybe needs to be adjusted or even changed altogether. Your human design oracle card for the full moon is the Gate 43 and Ahead. head. I love this card, and the reason being, I happen to know the woman that created this deck. It's absolutely beautiful, and I love the messages from it. And she designed this card actually as me. Not that I'm a praying mantis, but basically she said that you have this uncanny ability to spot the opportunity before it arises. So pay attention to what happens around this full moon, because this might show you where you're ready to earn more, where you're ready to contact or come into contact with people that can help you get ahead. This could highlight to you some opportunity that doesn't really seem like much at the time, but could be a fantastic opportunity nonetheless. So very, very exciting. All right, for your actions and interactions with the world at large this month, you get the Emperor. So very strong in your outlook, and the thing that you are seeking more than anything else right now is security. This is about you creating a much more stable environment for yourself. So, you know, there's that home thing again, but also maybe in terms of your work as well and your profession. Like, there's something here that suggests you are ready for your personal next level, and that level is all attached to security. And this is going to see you doing whatever you can to create that. And it also sees you being brave enough to go after something, to speak up, to stand out, to stand your ground, or, you know, present your truth as you see it. It's going to see you being bold and honest and open and very outspoken. For your money and materials, you got the Ace of Pentacles. If you are hoping to buy a home, this suggests that the money that you need, you will have within the next year. So if you're one of those people at the moment that is, you know, wants to buy and is like, oh, this is never going to happen, wait. The message here is absolutely to wait. You've got 12 months to go, and then you will be in a position where you actually are ready to buy the home that you want, to buy the home that you need. Remember, the Ace of Pentacles literally represents 1 year. It's also a new beginning. So for those of you that are looking for new work, this is a great month. It does suggest that there are opportunities or interviews taking place for you this month. Interviews and opportunities for you to get ahead on that material level. For your communications and conversations, you have the King of Pentacles. The career growth, the expansion, the interaction with powerful people. You know, for those of you that are having talks with banks, larger financial institutions this month, or even educational institutions, two things: if you're wanting to study this month or gain some sort of new qualification, perfect time to start. You know, don't forget, obviously Mercury is retrograde, so you just want to be aware that that energy is hanging around, and that's taking place in your 4th house. So, you know, home might require more sort of time and effort and energy from you to keep everything on an even keel, but I still maintain this would be a good time to start some new qualification, especially if it's going to get you ahead to that job or that financial pay bracket that's going to, you know, do this for you, right? Another thing that comes up here as well is if you are interacting with financial institutions, banks, building societies, government for grants and loans, etc., this would be a really good time to do the research. Speak to people that have done what you're trying to do. Speak to people that have the inside track, basically. Would be a really good time for that. When it comes to your communications and conversations, this really is you speaking to experts, to people that actually know what they're doing, and more importantly, to people who have, I want to say, like, to people that are really down to earth or salt of the earth. You know, that's what it feels like. And then for your, look at this, right? You got the 10 of Pentacles. There is money surrounding you, Pisces. There is good money, good finances, long money as well. For those of you that are partnered, this is some really good news that's coming through the partner, through the partner's finances or resources. It's a jump in their income bracket. It's the finances going through the roof in some regard, which is great. Very, very good news. I mean, maybe this will happen sooner, but if it's just you and there isn't anybody else in the picture, it does suggest 1 year from now, you'll be in the position that you need to be in order to buy, which is great. For your, come on brain, for your those of you that are single, It's going to be through your, I don't want to say through your network, it's likely to be either through your work or your studies, but usually in the course of your duties when it comes to the physical stuff, when it comes to the real nitty-gritty or the day-to-day, that's likely where you're going to discover a partner. Or this could be a month where somebody in the family, specifically your dad or a father figure, tries to set you up, and if that is the case, be open to it, because it looks like they've made a good choice. For your first week of the month, you have the Magician card right underneath the Emperor. Right, so this month, and especially in the first week of the month, it looks like you and your boss, if you have one, unless you are the boss, in which case the information that you're working with, dealing with, putting out, this would be a really good time for you to consider the information that you're getting and the information that you're putting out, right? You just want to make sure that it's all above board. Remember that Mercury retrograde is hanging around, and I've said this before because the Magician card's been quite active this month as well. If we were ever going to see the Magician energy of the trickster energy of the Magician / Mercury, it's going to be this month, right? There are going to be some really interesting turns of events over the course of this month for sure. So just be aware of that. This first week of the month would be a good week to have a conversation with the boss. If it's about getting ahead, if it's about what you need, if it's about how you actually feel about something, it's going to see you being a lot more vocal and possibly even challenging the person that is the authority figure when it comes to your work. For your second week of the month, you have the Fool card. That's pregnancy and birth, which is great. So whatever ideas you have or are working on at this moment in time, they could definitely be fruitful. There is an opportunity here or an interview that comes up that will come good. So if you see a job and you think, wow, you know what, that's a good job, that's a good pay packet, I'm going for it, you absolutely could get it, which is great. For your third week of the month, you have the Hierophant card. So this King of Pentacles is very likely to be a Taurus, possibly a Capricorn. So a Taurus man or a Capricorn man may feature for you, but this could equally be like a banker, it could be a boss, it could be a doctor, somebody whose profession is their title, and vice versa could feature for you this month. And like I said, it does look like you are interacting with either big financial institutions or people that are movers and shakers that can assist you in some way, shape or form, which is great. It looks like one is going to be revealed to you, because remember, you've got that full moon taking place in your 11th house, so this could be help that comes from a very unexpected source, and may also be the universe highlighting someone that could be potentially quite special for you going forward. Interestingly enough as well, it may be somebody from the network of people that you already know. Now you got the Temperance card as the fourth card of the month. So for week 4, all right, so for those of you that are partnered, there's definitely something going on with the partner's money here, but there's also a potential for you to match this, right? So whatever they're doing, whatever your your partner's finances are doing, there is an opportunity for you to either benefit from this or to get ahead in a very similar way. Another thing with the Temperance card as well, it suggests that whatever challenges or issues you guys may have had in the home are coming to an end, right? This is you coming out the other side of it and stronger for it, which is beautiful. And then finally, for your for those of you that are single, this would be a good month to let the family or someone that you know set you up, especially if they happen to be a Sagittarian, and especially if the person that they're revealing or highlighting to you happens to be an earth sign, Taurus or Capricorn. But all in all, I like this. I actually think this is going to be a really great month for you guys. There's lots of advancement here. So with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.